You mean once the jack of clubs drops?
Yeah, once the jack of hearts comes down under the ace, it's over.
Well, not really. I mean, the hand with the doubleton club might have a might be able to ruff the third club,
Yeah, it can. Doesn't matter.
but on the actual, I just don't. Not sure I want to be in a.
I mean, the clearer can play rough it, cross the ace of clubs, rough another heart, and play the ace of hearts as the cards lie.
Mm. Then they still need to pitch their two spades.
Yeah, well, as the cards lie, it's easy.
Yeah.
It's a lucky hand, as you said.
Yeah.
So do you guys think in this situation with 2 rounds, just the 2 matches to go, do you think Viewgrath with a restricted choice, do you think they should pick the 2 top teams again? Or do you think they should pick the ones on the bubble, in other words, around about the 8th position, where there's more interest as to whether they can become in the 8 or not? Anybody got any thoughts?
I gave my opinion
I
on
know
this
David
yesterday.
likes the best, so I know his answer.
I'd like to see Team 9 play.
In the next round, we've got New Zealand versus the Netherlands.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Which is going to be something like 8th versus 10th or something like that.
It's 7 versus 11 at the moment, David.
Yeah.
Very tight on the VPs where New Zealand is. They're on 253.6 in 7th, and 8th is 253.52, so that's 0.07 difference. And then there's China on 253, India on 251, and USA 1 on 245. So USA 1 is struggling to stay in this event at the moment.
And they're trailing China at the moment in the head-to-head. I will make an early prediction that the winner of New Zealand versus Netherlands will qualify and the loser will not.
I mean, what we're watching now is potentially the final of the Bermuda Bowl.
Yes, Ron, I agree. Norway's coming number 1 at the moment, and Italy's coming number 5 in 5th place.
Yeah, I'd probably suggest the it depends how many of these American teams make it through. At the moment, only one's in a qualifying position, but history tends to tell us that the Americans come through strongly once we get to the knockout phase of these events. I reckon we'll probably have a Norway USA 2 final would be my prediction.
USA 2 is in 6th spot and USA 1 is in 10th spot.
Yeah.
USA 2 is the old men and USA 1 tends to be the younger team.
On board 5 on the right, North-South have a part scoring hearts. With a lucky heart position,
And like
the player can actually make 4 hearts as the cards lie.
Yeah, with the Queen of Spades on side, you just lose 2.
Queen Doubleton on side and Queen Jack of Hearts coming down Doubleton.
Yeah.
Just your average game.
And you can't even get screwed up by restricted choice because the Queen Jack of Hearts are on side and Doubleton. Mind you, they've got to get those hearts in there somehow if they're going to.
Who's the 3 heart bidder here?
Well, I probably would have bid 2 hearts first time around, if provided that's not a game forcing bid.
No, the double has limited your hand, so you can bid 3 hearts now without showing a decent hand. Yeah. Well done, Versace. Had he bid 2 hearts earlier, he would have done enough if that wasn't a game force.
So does North go
Do you
four?
like- do you like West's 2-spade raise?
Yeah, I do.
Not for me.
No,
Yeah.
not my
Well,
style.
Reds favourable vulnerability, just make it hard for the opponents. I was thinking North might have a try of 3-no trump.
Well, now we're coasting for 4. Yeah,
So they can go to 4.
No. South had limited his hand.
I mean, you don't want to be in 4. 4's terrible. Yeah. My partner's only raised me with a doubleton in those situations twice. First and last time.
Was I right, Ron?
Oh.
I don't remember ever doing that.
No, it wasn't you, Matty.
I just don't see much upside to it. But I mean, I take David's point that, it is a preemptive action at favorable vulnerability. But it's not the first time I've seen it in the last couple of days. About the third.
And board 3 is a super lucky layout. Board 5 is an unbelievably lucky layout.
This might be one of those matches where
I mean, look, you've got a 13-point balance hand facing a 9-point balance hand. And it just comes home.
Good for chasing teams.
good for teams that overbid.
Italy's
Or good for teams that are perhaps chasing, in the qualifying positions.
Hey, look
I'll be
what
curious to notice what happens in those crucial matches on these particular boards.
happened.
6 heart hand, as Ron said, this hand, number 3.
the 4 hearts was so anti-percentage, you'd be embarrassed to be reported bidding it.
I think
4 hearts north-south this time looks all
I
right.
think you'd settle for the imps that you won for it, though.
Yeah, it softens the blow.
Yeah.
Oh,
What about 6 hearts here?
yeah?
6 hearts is an excellent contract. You just need hearts 2-2 or a stiff jack, pretty much. Hearts 3-2, I hope I said.
Yeah.
I mean, you've kind of got you've got normal values for slam almost if you sort of count your shortages and your tens and whatnot.
They won't get to slam anymore.
Sure.
Yes. We saw an auction the other day where it went like this, North bid 2 hearts and got passed out.
So 2 diamonds shows hearts, presumably.
Or it shows a good hand. If they're playing Gazili down in the south hand.
I imagine 2 diamonds just says I've got
Sorry,
8+.
go on, you go.
Yeah, I imagine this is gazillion. 2 diamonds is just 8+ points any.
Well, they probably might play it a different way. 2 clubs says I've got a big hand, like 16+. 2 diamonds, I think North says I've got a maximum 1-no trump. And away we go from there.
Is Gazilli being mentioned?
They're saying Gazili is 15+ from the south hand.
I believe that Gazilli will either be a 6-card major or 16 plus high card points.
Yeah, well, he's shown. I'm not sure what 3 diamonds shows. If 2 diamonds was a transfer, then probably 3 diamonds is likewise a transfer.
So this double of 3 diamonds, this may wind up helping North-South if they can diagnose that they've got 3 small opposite a shortage, particularly if East happens to raise this, but he probably won't at these colours.
Yes, but on the other hand, they haven't found a trump fit yet, have they?
No hearts yet to be mentioned, unless one of these bids shows hearts. Maybe 3 diamonds shows hearts.
Well, maybe. I'm thinking 2 diamonds just shows the
Just
upper
values,
range.
yeah. They're playing a deferral clip on the right-hand side, so no tables have reported results on board 6 yet. Well, the hearts have now got a mention. So this is probably the moment for South to make some sort of slam try. If he just bids 4 hearts, that'll be it, obviously.
It looks like three diamonds was just shortage.
What does 3 no trumps mean? No club control.
I suspect so.
Well, if 3 diamonds shows a shortage in diamonds, then North's hand has improved significantly. 3 smalls like the best holding opposite.
It looks like 4 diamonds is last train.
What did you say a second ago, Ron? That there's no way they're going to bid 6 hearts?
Well, I didn't say no way. I thought it was unlikely. I didn't think they had.
I have to review the videotape on that one.
Well,
They haven't bid it yet. They haven't bid it yet.
Indeed, and if they bid it, I blame Helgamo completely.
Yeah, I think it's a good bridge tip that you know, always think about whether these lead directing doubles are appropriate. First of all, is your partner going to be on lead, not necessarily, and is it going to give information that's going to help your opponents get to a superior contract?
Okay, we've now found out from the BBO operators that North has relayed and found out South's exact shape, and 4 diamonds showed a slam try in hearts. So on that basis, they should certainly get there.
And that'll be an impressive effort if they do. I wonder why 3 hearts was a relay rather than a parcel redouble.
3 hearts apparently was a relay getting South shape. That's according to the BBO operators.
Yeah, right.
BBO.
I don't know whether that's right or not, because usually relay is next step, not, 3 hearts is the 3rd step.
No, 3 hearts is step over 3 diamonds.
No, but there was a double in front of him, so he can parcel redouble.
Ah, that's true.
So I don't think 3 hearts was a relay at all. But they've got to an excellent 6 heart contract. Well done.
Well, maybe not, but the guy who's the BBO operator was sort of seeing what they're writing.
Did the comment come from the BBO operator or from a commentator?
From the commentator.
Yeah, so I think they're just guessing.
Unlike us.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at least, but nobody in the world would play 3 hearts as a relay when you've got two other. You'd have an agreement about which one, redouble or pass, is the relay. 3 hearts can't be a relay.
Hello, everyone.
Good morning, Moritz.
Hi, Moritz.
Hi. There've been some comments in the chat, Peter, about the right-hand screen not showing the commentator chat. Can you resize the right hand sheen to
I
show
think
it up,
we
please?
we tried to stop that the other day and we didn't have any success, but if there's nothing, this is going to make cold, isn't it, this hand? Can I take the screen off for a moment? Let me just try that. Yeah, the notifications are not turned on. So I don't think that I'm capable of doing anything about it unless somebody's got a bed. David knows all these things. Anything about it? Now I just have to find my way back again.
The side.
Yeah, that's correct. Try split screen. Right there.
Oh, that's what I have to
Down
do.
a bit,
Go back.
down a bit, down a bit, down a bit, down a bit, right, go up, 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 up.
What do you want to do?
right.
John? What do you want to do?
Split screen. Yeah, you're almost there.
We tried that. That didn't work, but we'll give it a
And
go.
I did. It puts the comments to
There we are. We'll give that a try. See how that goes. I want to get out of here now.
click play or something.
Hang on. Okay. I actually thought it was quite good seeing what they said down the bottom. Personally,
Yeah,
I
but
like
it keeps blocking the pertinent.
Yeah, but it doesn't block
information.
anything. It's only the thing that's down there, only the but I'm happy to go with what everybody wants to do. Why are they doing nothing here? There you are. It's back again.
Peter, why don't you just do it the same way you've got the left screen?
They're on two different browsers, and the browsers seem to treat them
So just
differently.
open up another tab and just you can have two
David,
browsers
I
open.
can't. The security system doesn't allow it.
Okay.
Oh,
So listen, guys, we've had a lot of practice at doing this.
Okay. 5 club tricks for the defense quickly. And North has got 4 tricks, maybe 5. Can't see more than 5 tricks. So they gets a spade finesse in it sometime.
Sneaking a low heart past east would be a neat trick.
No. He's never giving a dummy for a heart to the heart jack.
Yeah, you play low heart with the jack and then take a spade finesse. That only gets you to 6 tricks though, I think.
What? I must be missing something. If East leads the king of hearts, he'll get a heart trick. Not
What
otherwise.
I'm saying, if you can sneak a heart past east, you know, second hand low.
Good luck.
Yeah, I know, but sometimes it works.
Have to be comatose, I think.
It's been a long week for these guys.
Yeah,
I'd
sure.
wait until later in the day,
ask her.
and I'd give them some of that red wine you're drinking, David.
No, it's just a cheap Aldi clean skin.
So if West ducks this, East can play the 7 of clubs next as the suit preference card to ask for hearts.
Then we definitely won't see that sneaky heart play low to the jack.
No, the 7 of clubs says, I want a heart.
Yeah.
There you go.
And that's known to be the highest club pip, so
Well, when North shows out, it is.
yeah.
And now the 7 of hearts, I would play, I don't want a heart back. Mind you, I don't know what I want.
Yeah, I'll just turn off the mic and stuff.
Below diamond. Below diamond, that'd be bad.
Why would he play a diamond if his partner's asking for hearts?
Well, maybe he likes his suit more than trusting his partner's opinions on such matters. And he's looking at you know, you're looking at a 4-card heart suit and dummy.
You do not ignore partners' clear-cut signals.
I've seen it happen.
Yeah, but not with my partners.
I imagine that Helgamo is the senior member of this partnership with Grudy.
Yeah. Yes.
So, i.e. Helgamo can do whatever he likes.
A diamond would give declarer 3 diamond tricks and 2 spades. There you go.
Oh, look at that. He obeyed.
That's clearly I've got no interest in hearts back. So now they've got North can throw 1 diamond safely, and then a heart.
North's going to get a bit in played, isn't he?
Well, I think North is getting 5 tricks.
You reckon at some point the defence are going to be forced to lead a spade?
Well, he can throw a diamond on this, and he can throw a spade on the next, and play ace-king another diamond. What? So, what's he going to come out with?
With a low heart now.
He's not. Oh, he's can play a low heart. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to annoy West even more. On the left-hand
Except North has pitched a heart, so it's not going to give him a trick.
No, that's why heart's safe. That's what Matty said.
Yeah.
On the left-hand screen, North-South have brought it in 2 hearts, not 3 at the other table. North has declared and has also had the benefit of the Queen of Spades switch.
So an update on board 6. So the slam was bid in this match. It was also bid by whoever's sitting north-south for USA 2, but no one else has bid it so far. Wasn't bid at either table in the Australia versus India match.
So North can now play ace-king another diamond. He can do that. I don't see what else he can do. And take the spade finish at the end.
Yep. That's 2 off, isn't it?
Yeah. Which is where we started.
New Zealand's down 11-0 against Canada, which is putting them on the cusp of dropping out of the top 8.
Yeah, right on the cusp. Australia can do New Zealand a favour by beating India, which they are doing mildly at the moment, but still a long way to go in the match.
Yeah, North-South have an interesting 4-heart contract. The hearts are not breaking well for declarer. And on the surface, he's got to lose a diamond and a club and a heart, but then he's got to deal with the diamond losers.
The trump lead would be I don't know. Can you pick up the trump suit if you get a trump lead? If you play for the 4-1 break? But your pips
No.
the 9 and the 7.
No. Low, 9,
Or
10.
can you
Go
get
to
a
dummy, low,
trump coup
8.
going?
Queen king. West still has a trump trick. We'll get to 4 hearts. The interesting thing is developing the club suit before touching trumps at all.
On board
They'll lead a
five.
If
spade
you
though,
do that, though,
Ron.
West
So
might get 2 club roughs.
On board 5 in the
club
mix.
rush.
the problem
board
about the
five.
club suit, Ron, developing the club suit. The problem about developing the club suit is they're going to lead spades, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're going to stuff up the entry, the ace of spades to the long clubs.
Yeah.
Clara might be better off just trying to rough one diamond.
But that's not
There's a
enough.
diamond.
He's going to lose a
Lose
half
one.
diamond in the club. 2 diamonds in a club. Mind you,
Yeah.
he doesn't know that.
On board 5 in the mixed event, East-West on Australia on 5 played in 1 no trump, redoubled +3, which looks like the sort of scores they need if they hope to make it.
In what's this? Which section?
In the mixed, on board
mixed.
5.
Wow.
On board 5, East-West played in 1 no trump, redoubled +3.
That's 1960.
Can I guess if that was at Phil's table?
You're right.
That's a surprising guess.
Yes, what a surprise. He doesn't play 1 no trump double.
Well, now it's become interesting because the jack of spades went in. That's a strange play. That can't be right.
3rd hand high.
Yeah, definitely not right. Parter can't have king, queen of spades. Now declare
Yeah, that's hard to believe, isn't it?
it is.
Especially from Helga. I mean,
No, from anyone in the World Championships.
anyone in the World Championship, exactly.
Yes, Barnachenko thinks that the recorder has got it wrong and that Helga actually played the 8.
We'll soon find out. They're going for his diamond rough. East probably won't fly the king here because it's not really conceivable that North would be leading the 2 away from the ace.
Ooh, 1960 is a big score.
It's a very big score.
Guarantees imps in, I think.
You can go to the bank on that one.
Yeah.
Tonight that Leah will love. Leah. Tell me so this is
So obviously Ron Cooper and I have got a keen interest in the Wuhan Cup with our daughter and brother respectively on the Australian mixed team.
An Indian. You like the bread, the naan. We had one tonight with cheese and it was fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said Mia was up and said, "Can we pick him up too?" So is that really?
But on the virtual, New Zealand's sitting in 8th at the moment.
So what are you having for dinner?
Now at this point, what if you go ace of spades, rough of spades,
Wow.
and then and now can you trump coup
Ian Shops.
No, he's going down.
Can you trump Key West? I'm not sure.
Well, I mean, you can't blame North. He doesn't know about the bad breaking hearts.
Yeah. So he still has to lose a diamond and a club and a heart. So he's going to go one down.
Yes. I mean, the reason that cemented I mean, his alternative was to play ace of clubs and another club, and that was far riskier, but there might be some promote going on in hearts. As it happens, there wasn't. But I mean, what he did was normal. So Barnett Schenken has commented that Helgamo gave Declare a losing option. Wow.
They're playing the jack of spades.
Yeah. How do you like the West hand?
I like it. It's a good hand.
7 clubs is on double dummy.
Probably 7 hearts.
7
as well.
hearts is 2 on the 5-2 fit.
What about 7 no trump? I think that makes as well.
Yes.
So 7 in 3 different strains. You don't see that every day.
Not all contracts I wish to be in.
Well, I would have had the hand record.
I don't think I've seen any contract that I wish to be in terms of 7.
On the left-hand screen, North-South are still cogitating about going on to 6 hearts. No trumps comes from east, I would think. Yes. And
Now
now
West can
6,
bid
now
better.
6 clubs. Or maybe just 4 clubs.
I think 6 clubs makes a little bit of sense. Makes it a little bit harder for them to find a save in some number of spades.
Rene and Ben did 6 hearts on this hand, and that's
Woohoo.
before the 1960.
Ooh.
11 in, and probably another, who knows, cricket score in on the 1960 board. So
Well, that's good news for Australia in the mixed. Who does
yeah, they really
Australia
need a
play
lot,
in the last
lot
round?
to go their way, though. Well, they're 15 behind going into this round, aren't they?
I
15's a
can't
lot to
suspect
catch up in 2
Australia just need
matches.
2 good wins. They play Poland in the last match. That's a must win. Both of these are must win matches for Australia in the mixed.
I think they'd need lots of good things to go their way, not just 2 good wins. 15's a lot, Dave, in 2 matches.
Oh yeah.
But you can only do your best.
Exactly, and you expect 1 or 2 of the teams above them to semi implode and drop out. So there's always opportunities, but all they've got to focus on is winning these 2 matches as well as they can.
The great problem for them was they were 11th. There's other teams ahead of them as well for the qualifying. So you got to hope for bad things to happen to them as well.
The left-hand screen has reached 6 hearts for a flat board.
Yeah, we'll bid there as well.
And now the only slam that doesn't make a 6 diamonds. Yeah.
You can't make 6 diamonds?
No.
No, pretty bad break, isn't it?
The 8 of diamonds stops.
That's the killer.
You'd need North to have Jack 8 double them.
I mean, 7 hearts is actually not that bad a contract.
Because you can rough 1 club and then cash the Jack.
Rough 1 club. I mean, what I'm saying is it's not.
Yeah.
At least it's probably somewhere in the vicinity of 40%. Hearts no worse than 4-2.
But clubs 4-2 is the problem.
Well, well, no, because ace club's rougher club run.
Yeah, so
4-2 club. It's 4-2 with the queen. Yeah. I mean,
yeah,
that's the
four the
problem.
queen out against you.
Yeah. Doubleton queens you'll pick up, of course. 3-3s.
Yeah.
But that's not a lot. So it's probably around about less than 30% actually. I can't see Halgamo not pushing to slam here.
Six
Yeah,
hearts is the likely landing spot, I think.
he knows that East doesn't have 3 hearts.
Yeah, correct.
I mean, I like the suggestion the commentator made that he just jumps to 6 clubs and let partner choose.
Yeah, I like that too. Hearts pays more than clubs, though.
On the other hand, we're looking at the ace queen of spades in the East hand. West wouldn't like East to have queen 10 to 4 spades.
Mm.
There
Oh, look, he heard you.
Yeah, tuned in.
Yeah.
I don't think he's thinking about 7 at all. Commentator said he's thinking about 7. I don't think so. Too many ifs and buts. But I mean, imagine East had king queen to 4 spade, and now ace of spades and a spade ruff is a possibility.
Oh, they've got to a good spot.
Yeah, they're in a safe spot as the cards are.
Yeah.
So far, this board's only been played in one other room, and US2 bid 6 hearts as well.
Yeah, I mean, West doesn't know East has the jack of hearts. That's a huge card for West.
UAE bid 6 clubs. Tunisia and Colombia bid 6 hearts and 6 no trump respectively. Australia bid 6 hearts on this board, East-West. I think, if I've got that right. Hang on, that may be the Canadian pair.
On the left-hand screen, they're in 1 no trump, which went 2 off at the other table on the club leads. The player made 2 spades, 2 diamonds, and a heart.
Sorry, I was looking at the I had the mixed results up, not the open. So all those countries that I just mentioned, that was in the mixed. But Phil Markey and Lauren Travis bid 6 hearts on this board.
Boy, they're flying, aren't they? 1 no trump redoubled. They beat 4 hearts. Now they bid 6 hearts.
Yeah. Presumably there'll be
Mind you,
coming in.
I would
board 7
I
and
would
9.
expect most tables to bid slam on this.
Yeah.
Partner overcalls, and you've got that.
We're looking ace of diamonds, pitch to spade, ace of clubs, rough a club.
In fact, if you are in 7 hearts, is the best line not to ruff a club.
Why?
Yeah,
club
finesses.
Oh, no, it doesn't matter. Sorry, pardon me. My apologies. You'd need to have, I was thinking of queen 4th, but you can't ruff one as well. You can't do both.
You could finesse and then rough one.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Because of this of the weak 2 on the north hand, that'll pick up queen 4th.
Well, another play here is what if you put the 10 of diamonds in now? Is that going to? Oh, it only generates 3 pictures.
Don't think.
I don't want to start tapping yourself.
No, don't think so. I think ace of diamonds and club finesse is a reasonable shot.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Possible some people might open this hand with 3 spades, given the colors, which could be a bit more problematic for East-West.
Mhm.
Yep, good point.
I mean, it is aggressive on this particular election. It is now taken off the screen in case children were watching.
If only they were. Please, can we buy them in some way? I was just actually, we were just having
Anyone
this,
under 40?
we're having this discussion at breakfast with the captain of the USA1 team, Robert Barrington. Hopefully I'm doing an interview with him this afternoon because he does a lot of teaching in America.
I mean, ace of diamonds on a club to the jack. West doesn't mind so much if it loses. That means the clubs will probably be coming in. Play's gone almost identical to the play at the other table. West got in on the club and switched to the 7 of hearts here, not the 10 of hearts. Okay, draw trumps, play ace, king, and jack of clubs. That's fine. That would only lose to 5-1 clubs. I would think the jack of clubs will be next. Yes. Oh, well, East has solved Declare's problem in the spade suit now. And he's going to make an over trick via the 4th diamond. What had happened there is West hadn't thrown both the hearts away, so East couldn't tell whether North had another extra heart or not. Much better carding by Helgamer at the other table. So what do we think about 6 diamonds here?
I'm thinking about 6 diamonds, yeah.
Cross
rough.
You need 4 roughs to bring down the ace, but you only need 3 roughs to, yes, you're going to have to rough 4 clubs to get home. 5 diamonds should be enough.
Gee, hard to get there after 1 spade past 2 hearts.
But it's not so hard to get to 5.
Well, East West might be
Yeah,
double.
there you are.
5
We're in
diamonds.
5.
Zach.
Yeah, West doesn't know whether he's saving or not.
Yeah.
Sure.
Now, who owns the 5 level here?
East West.
Look at that.
That was pretty effective. What's 5 hearts doing? 2 spades.
Interesting choice of Groot to bid 3 diamonds.
Yeah.
1 spade past 2 hearts. 6 clubs to the king ten.
Yeah. Anyone for 4 no trump?
Yeah, sure.
You got both minors. So a no trump redoubled paid 18 imps. Main mixed team. Australia is now just 7 VPs off 8th in the mixed.
But still only in 10th spot, Dave. That's
still in 10th. Yeah, they need
yeah.
2 of USA 1, Chinese Taipei, and Belgium to fall off the perch.
USA 1's down to China. Chinese Taipei is down against Romania.
Hopefully, but those 2 teams can continue doing what they're
Belgium is leading 3-1.
Yeah.
Yeah, they need some good things to happen and play well. We've started playing well.
That is the key to success in this game.
Yes.
One of the commentators on BBO criticised East for not bidding 6.
Well, he's got a pretty extraordinary hand. 2 aces, an undisclosed 6-card suit.
Yeah, and 5. We presume 5 diamonds is preemptive rather than constructive.
Yeah.
There it is.
I reckon the only way of getting to 6 is if you're bidding it over 5 hearts. Just 4 scores in so far on board 10. 3 people in 5 diamonds making, and 1 person in 5 diamonds doubled making. 11 tricks in all cases.
The hand plays itself as a cross ruff. And if they let 8 diamond to the ace and a diamond back, then declare it just roughs 3 clubs and gives up a club for 11 tricks.
Now you have to rough this high. Yeah.
There's 2 diamonds now. The Kiwis out now. There's a comment, the Kiwis out now. What does that mean?
They're currently sitting 9th, or just over half a VP behind India.
Well, maybe that just meant that they're out of the top 8.
Yeah, so Australia was leading last time I looked, but it looks like, Australia dropped 17 imps on board 9, where the Indian pair bid 6 hearts, east-west, and Gosney and Lebo played in 6 diamonds, which went down. So that was 17 imps out. So that's turned that match around. Not good news for New Zealand. seems extraordinary they chose to play at the 6 level in their 6-0 fit rather than their 5-2.
So on the left-hand screen, Declare has lost a trick and has a heart loser, a diamond loser, and a club loser to come for a flat board.
Lauren Travis has made another doubled contract. This time she made 5 diamonds double with an overtrick on board 10.
Pretty cool. Looks like we're getting to 6 hearts on the right-hand screen.
What a slam hands this set.
Yeah. I would have liked 5 diamonds at least.
Now, are you going to have the clues to get hearts right here? And you might get clubs wrong on restricted choice as well. So you're not necessarily going to make 6 hearts.
The useful with 4 spades was key card. It was just a cute. I mean, if East queued 4 diamonds, West just needs to ask for key cards. I can understand East not bidding 5 diamonds and giving away the fact that he's voiding diamonds. Not sure that the club suit's going to come into play. Declare might simply take a roughing, finesse and diamonds, get rid of a couple of clubs that way. So you get a spade lead, win the ace, king of diamonds, ace, rough a spade. Yeah. Ace of hearts, rough a diamond, rough a spade. Gets murky there. It's available, you can do it, but whether that's the best line is difficult. Well, now I think he's in good shape, isn't he? He can play ace of clubs, king of diamonds, rough, king of hearts. Well, if he plays ace, king of clubs at some stage, it's all over.
Yeah, but why don't you take restricted choice though?
Well, it depends what their leads are. If they lead 4th highest, yes, but if they lead 3rd highest, then the situation's marked.
Yeah, so they lead 3rds and 5ths against suit contracts.
But if they lead 3rds and 5ths, then North can't have a doubled nona.
Yeah. And you can see all the club kips.
Okay, we're up to 4 hearts over on the left-hand screen.
Just point out that the restricted choice discussion on board 11 is a bit moot. The aim is to avoid a club loser, and if South has 4 clubs to an honor, you don't have the pips for making 4 club tricks.
Yeah.
Good point.
Anachenko commented that if Declaro takes the ace of clubs and plays the king of diamonds, it'd be a nice play for North to duck. But East will just throw a spade, queen of diamonds, same outcome. I can't see that if East plays the king of diamonds and North plays low, East is not going to rough it. They've passed out 4 hearts at the other table. That's a surprise. That was a situation where Helgame at the other table jumped to 6 clubs, got preference back to 6 hearts. Mind you, we've had 9 boards and scores 4-3. This will be the first big swing of the match.
So in the mixed team, Australia scored 39 imps in 3 boards between boards 6 and 8. They went 11, 18, 10. And they've got some good boards to come as well. Although they missed the slam on board 11, which hasn't been compared yet. Or made here, by the way.
King of diamonds next.
I think the king of diamonds now might go down if South have the king of diamonds, ace of diamonds, and clubs are 4-1. So I suspect the Clare might play king of hearts, ace of hearts, because then he's called if the hearts drop. And if that doesn't work, he can play for the roughing finesse and diamonds.
Well, he's not cold if the clubs are 4 to the south.
No, if the hearts drop, king of hearts, ace of hearts now. If they drop, you call. You just give up a diamond trick. 12 tricks.
Yeah.
Right.
What's he going to do? Oh, he's going to play the king of diamonds, just discard something.
Yeah. You got 6 hearts, 2 diamonds, 2 clubs, ace, spade, spade, graph, 12. Whereas if he plays the king of diamonds now and it loses to the ace, he might go off with hearts 2-2 and the clubs 4-1. So now spade to the ace, king of diamonds, ace rough.
Well,
So he's still making.
yeah, but he's going to have to get the clubs right.
Is he though? No, he can pitch two clubs on the
Yeah, I can just play spade to the ace, king of diamonds. Right.
Yeah,
Ace
yeah,
rough.
but he's got three
they-
black cards to pitch,
One.
and he's
Oh,
only
yeah,
got
there's
two
another-
pitches.
Oh, yeah, I need to get the club right now. Yeah.
I mean, if I was going to play hearts first, I know it's a safety place to play the ace first, but I want to be in dummy. I would have rather played king of hearts than ace.
I wonder if Tor Rudy can remember what club was led at trick one. It pays to pay attention. I'm sure Rudy made note of the lowness of the six right at the start, looking at 2, 3, 4, 5 between him and partner.
East has opened one club on the left-hand side, south of spade. Fast two. Peter, have you got the auction on board 10 at the other table, please?
Are you talking about on the right-hand table?
Left-hand table. No, sorry, you're right, the right-hand table.
On board 10.
10.
Now you're making life hard. Go back to what
It went past by east, a spade by south.
East passed?
Yeah, and then south.
No. It was an operator error. The bidding also started with a club by east, which would explain the 3 diamond bid over 2 hearts.
I remember the past and I couldn't understand it. So fine, thank you. That's why the 3 diamond bid came in later.
Yeah.
They still got it. Oops, no. Get back. We need to see whether he's going to.
Don't panic.
That's
We're testing. See if I can get it back.
We need to see whether
Yeah.
he gets the clubs right.
I always say, don't get me to change things.
Sorry to have done that to you, Peter.
That's okay, man.
I did get him right.
Yep, 6 hearts made.
As north-south will get to 3 no trumps. How will they go? Heart lead will give declare 3 heart tricks. I'm assuming north is playing it. Is a 2 diamond opening for the north-south?
No, it's too strong. Oh no, 18. Yeah, it's 18, 19, isn't it? Yeah, it probably is. He might. Looks too good for 18 to 19 to me.
And the heart leader giving 3 hearts, 3 spades, 6, 7.
Right, there's the 18 to 19 balance.
8
opening, no
tricks.
5-card major.
This phase is probably a puppet to 2 no trump.
Yeah, to transfer responses to the 2 diamond opening.
And south will be 3 no trumps. And there you go. A diamond lead gives declare a trick. A heart lead gives declare a trick. Diamond lead is better for the defense. Okay, that's 3 heart tricks for declarer. The rest is not so pretty. The good news is, though, about that for declarer is declarer can now get 2 club tricks. So that gives 3, 6, that's 8 tricks. Wow.
So what's your, but how do you play clubs? Do you
Oh no, you're going to win the ace of hearts in hand and play ace another club.
yeah. So
And now the opposition can they can set the diamond suit up for themselves, and they can get 3 diamonds and 2 club tricks.
but in the meantime, declarer is going to make 3 spades, 3 hearts, 2 clubs, and a diamond is 9.
No, not if they get the diamonds right. The declarer's lost a club, they switch to diamonds, ace of diamonds, duck a diamond, and now they've got 3 diamonds.
Ace of diamonds, duck a diamond, yeah. Let's see if they find that.
This is all speculative. I mean,
the declarer's got 9 tricks via 4 spades, 3 hearts.
where's 4 spades?
You can take a finesse. You can cash ace, king of spades.
Oh, cash ace, king of spades, and cross the dummy, finesse heart. Sorry, very good, Ron. Yeah, double dummy ace. You're right.
It's easy.
3 hearts, 4 spades, and 2 clubs. He hasn't got the 2 clubs yet. They can still beat him with
He hasn't switched to a diamond yet either. You might continue hearts.
No, 4 spades, 3 hearts, a diamond, and a club.
Yes, diamond and club, right.
So I wonder what their pips are in the mid game.
Left-hand screen reached 6 diamonds, and the play's going the same way.
Oh no, they're only in 5.
Yeah, sorry, it's the same contract at both tables.
Yeah.
Sorry. The plays on identical.
Surely now a heart to the 10 and get out of clubs.
But what's your entry to the established club trick?
Then the second heart.
Oh yeah. Yes, well done.
Yeah, you're going to have to get the spades right. You get home with it.
Well, not now, because he doesn't need to get the spades right, because he's going to get the second club trick. So 3 spades, 3 hearts, 1 diamond, and 2 clubs.
You haven't got the 1 diamond yet. It's the problem.
Yeah, you need the opponents to lead diamonds, don't you? But they're going to have to at some point.
No, they don't.
Ask them nicely, Dave. That might work.
All right. Say never. Okay. Right.
Yeah. Okay, here on the left-hand screen comes a moment of, do I be rough with a 10, and that's safe enough. Has West led a Doubleton, and the East has got Jack 10, 9, 6. No.
Yep. It looks like on the right-hand screen he's got it.
If West plays a club back, the clear is going to have to burst the diamond. Is that right? 5, 6, 7, 8. Doesn't a club left back leave the clearer in trouble?
No, he'll have a club, 2 spades and a heart to get home for 9 tricks.
He's got 4 spades, 3.
Yep, I can see that one coming.
Well, that'll certainly galvanize West. How do you like the 2 spade opening?
Bloody effective. That's what it is.
Every day of the week.
Maybe they play 2 spades. I've got a weak 2 spade opening and 2 diamonds of multi. I've got a respectable 2 of a major opening.
Seems they do it the other way around. That not vulnerable. The 2 diamond opening is a like 5+ in a minor. So 5+ in a major, 3 to 8.
And 2 spades.
2 spades is 4 to 10, 6 cards suit.
They might be rewriting that system card.
I beg your pardon?
They might be rewriting that system card. It's hard to see 4
People,
points.
you can always vary. Well, you got 2 length points in spades, so queen plus 2 is 4.
What strength is it supposed to be, Dave?
4 to 10. but promises 6. And he could have opened
Anyway,
two
the
diamonds with
Italians,
5 card suit.
in the bidding, Donati has an interesting problem now. 5 diamonds asking for the Queen of Trumps, which he doesn't have. But he does have a 6th heart, which the presuming partner has a 4-card suit, is equivalent to the Queen of Trumps.
Yeah, yeah. Common treatment. Undisclosed length is as good as a queen.
Mm. So they might still reach 6 hearts. On the flip side of that, Donati has stretched a lot with his 4-heart bid already, so maybe reluctant.
Yeah, if he thinks partner's got 4 hearts, he does have to show the queen. East has gone 3 spades in the right-hand screen, not north. I think. No? North. Okay, I've got 4 red suit losers, a bad trump break, but the club king is very favorably placed. However, after king of diamonds, queen of diamonds, ace of hearts, king of hearts, that's not going to do any damage either. Best is for East to switch to the king of clubs at this point. Just declare a can't draw trumps. Can't afford to draw trumps. So the king of clubs will beat the contract. And so they're in 5 hearts so far on the left-hand screen. That's going to be the end. Yep. Another swing to Norway.
They're looking pretty good, aren't they?
Uh-huh. We think the king of clubs is an impossible card to find.
Yeah.
There's no rush though, right? Declare doesn't have anywhere remotely close to 9 tricks.
Well, so setting up the hearts is his best bet.
Yeah, but you have to draw trumps before you do that.
No, you don't. It depends what the defense does now, but if the defense plays a spade, declare plays a heart, East wins and plays a spade, he plays another heart. Then it's finished. Okay, here we go. Hoping for part to have the stiff jack, but that didn't happen. So now Yeah, yeah. These can win and still switch to the king of clubs. I think that's the last chance. At the current score, they've said Italy's out of the top 8. Need to win the last match.
Which is against Australia, I think. Italy is still running 7th as things stand at the moment. New Zealand are up into 6th place, but you can throw a handkerchief over 6th through 8th. India's 5 in 9th, 5 VPs behind 8th.
And the mixed team, despite leading 52-6, they are still in 10th spot, 10 VPs behind 8th spot.
Wow, that's a lot for having that great lead.
Yeah.
I would have thought they'd be closer.
Well, the problem is Belgium are having a small win over Argentina, and Chinese Taipei are having a small win over Romania, and they're the teams that Australia's chasing in that series.
Absolutely.
So they'll need both Chinese Taipei and Belgium to have losses in the last round, while Australia has a win in the last round.
Now that has to be the king of clubs, I think. Same lead against 3 no trumps on the left-hand screen. Queen of hearts.
In other news, it looks like GWS are going to get over the top of Carlton in the AFL and make it into the finals at the expense of the Western Bulldogs, but not quite enough to earn a home final. They're missing out by a small percentage. So they'll face St Kilda, the GWS. They'll face St Kilda in the first round of the finals.
David, nobody outside of Victoria cares.
We're talking about this is Greater Western Sydney.
But we don't care about that either. Anyway, football you play with your feet and a ball.
Who won the ping pong in Geelong, David? He hasn't done it. He has not played. Oh no, West has done the right thing. Well done, West. Is declare a home? No, he's got to play the heart now, and then comes the club rough. West did very well. And North should have played the 10 of clubs, not the 9. That would have left some doubt. Full marks Gamer, that was just great. What? 6 clubs. Requiring that you get the spades right. Yeah. Well. Ace King of Diamonds will take care of the heart losers. Then
I mean, you're likely to get the spades right, aren't you?
why?
Well, it's one of those hands where you put the jack of spades on the table early, where South would be in a panic position to fly with the ace in case it's a singleton jack, particularly if East can represent an unbalanced hand. Except it's going to be declared by West, isn't it? That puts paid to that theory.
Well, the ace of spades will help declare them. Queen of hearts won't. Queen of hearts is the natural lead by North.
Yeah.
Mind you, there's nothing to say they're going to get to 6. And they don't have the values for it.
Ace King opposite a void, not so hot.
And now 3 hearts. And East could be 3 spades, asking for a spade stopper if that's available. Oh, all clubs might persuade West to go. Yes, there it is. If it goes 4 diamonds, 4 hearts, West will definitely go. North made 3 no trumps on the left-hand screen. Flat board.
Okay, so let's just see where it progressed to. Uh-oh, 52 to 18. So Canada's picked up a few points.
Giving it a shake. we go, 6 clubs. Well, I think he's
Yeah,
getting
there it
fours
is.
right now. That's not a great lead.
Well,
I liked your earlier suggestion of the Queen of Hearts.
I would have thought the Queen of Hearts was a normal lead.
Normal's often a good strategy.
Yeah. Oh,
The question from
we don't know that yet.
Oh yeah, true. They haven't played it in the other room.
Elaine asked any idea why Lavings is playing with Avi Konetka? Yeah, discussion came up at breakfast, and I think they just decided to have a change. Don't think there was anything major in it. And Maritz's question is about where do you find the running scores? If you go to the main scores,
Peter, come back. All is forgiven.
up above, you'll see there's one little skinny line in blue where the 4 divisions are, and that gives you the running scores.
Sorry, we missed what you said, Peter. You went off air.
Okay, so I'm just saying that
We're up to breakfast.
Yeah, well, it came up at breakfast, but I don't think there was any particular reason why they made the swap. They just decided to.
Well, I think that means they didn't think they had any chance.
I think that's also true.
Which I thought they still had an outside chance there.
They can make 6 diamonds here on the right-hand side.
6 diamonds, 6 clubs.
6 diamonds.
Yeah.
Board 15 on the right-hand side. And the Indian pair bid and made 6 diamonds against Jamie and Rob in the Open Series.
Ah, right. Sorry.
And there's
Obviously,
one match.
I think you need to get diamonds right.
On this one match, there's 4,000 kibs at the moment. It's the most I've ever seen, really.
Oh, it's been 5 digits in the past, Peter.
They've got a fair way to go to reach that.
I think in the final, if we've got Italy in the final, we'll get 10,000. All right. Actually, maybe you don't need to get diamonds right. Can you? You can't quite rough the spades, can you? So yeah, I think you need to get diamonds right to make this.
Extraordinary number of big hands this set.
Yeah. Well, this looks like a slam going auction by East-West.
On the left-hand screen, when North-South played in 3 spades and suffered a club rough late in the day to go 1 down in 3 spades. East-West are playing in 3 diamonds, where there's 6 diamond tricks, 2 hearts, and a spade rough and 9 tricks. If he just makes 9 tricks, that'll be a flat board.
So East showing a 6-5 presumably. And so the king of diamonds and the ace of spades are obviously really big cards. Okay, he's kicked out in 5 diamonds. Fair enough. Problem is, he might have felt that 6 diamonds would have depended on roughing the spades good, which would involve roughing with his good trumps. If he had a 3rd diamond, then obviously this would be a much easier slam to bid.
Moritz, I've sent you a message with the answer. I've even tried to write it in Dutch, as you'll see.
Had you read
Thank
Dutch?
you. I have a number of people coming to the rescue. I found it. Thanks, everyone.
Oh, so board 15 in the Australia-India match, Gosney and Lebo also bid and made 6 diamonds. So that was a push. So Australia's leading 31-24 with 1 board to go.
I think we need some bigger scores than that, though, David, don't we?
Well, it's all over in the Open. It's more about looking after New Zealand's interests by beating India as much as we can.
None of the Australians are sick, are they, in the seniors, Peter, to cause this lineup?
No. However, we have had a few along the way, including Ashley Bark for New Zealand, had a bad experience for a couple of days. He was sick, went off to hospital. The hospital, they think, was a scam. And I was talking to him this morning and just down below me here, and he said he wished he hadn't gone to hospital. He should have just stayed in bed and suffered there. But he's looking better today. We do have a fairly serious illness in the women's team.
That's the zoo, is it?
Nafi went to hospital yesterday, and they didn't actually finish their match. They had a few boards to go. So I haven't heard a report of how she is today. So Alison was run off her feet yesterday because she also had to get one of the Australian Open players back to Australia because his wife is pregnant and was not well in Australia. So he left.
First glance, I was going to go, geez, another slam here that they're missing 2 aces, which makes it hard. It looks like you can make 5 hearts east-west. Well, maybe only 4 hearts, actually. What can north-south do in spades? Probably quite a lot. Losing 1 club and 1 diamond. So if north-south can make 5 spades. Who owns the 5 level on this one?
Well, east-west don't.
Could be a rare vulnerable versus non-vulnerable successful sacrifice. You only one off in 5 hearts, I think.
You'd have to be good to pick the diamonds. You might get the diamonds right in 5 spades. But it'd be impressive.
They might just
Yeah, that's
try and
it.
take their money in 5 hearts. So that's a good, this is a good save. So Helgamo and Grudy have done well.
Oh, they've missed the slam on the left-hand screen. I suspect the bidding on the left-hand screen went a diamond, no trump showing clubs, 2 no trump natural, 3 hearts second suit, 3 no trumps. Who needs a spade stopper?
I'm not so sure about the sacrifice on board 16. I'm playing in 4 spades on a hard lead. You're not making yet. You get tapped in the first trump. If you draw, you can't draw 4 rounds of trumps and then play a club. So probably have to play a club first. Then you get tapped again. Then you probably have to throw a diamond.
And yes, you wouldn't rough the second one. You'd pitch a diamond.
Yeah,
as you said.
So just to tell,
then,
this is
but then
6.
you still only have 9 tricks, 4 spades, 5 spades, 4. Oh no, you have 4 spades, 5 clubs, and a diamond. Okay, yeah.
So
Every
this
single person in 4 spades made it.
we're going to have an hour's break after this, and then we'll be the last of the qualifying rounds. It's my intention not to broadcast anymore. I'm going to head for home next week, but we'll be back in Australia to probably do Friday and Saturday nights, the 2 finals. So you'll have to survive on UGraph.
BBO.
Yeah, on BBO, yeah. So that's what my thoughts are.
And there are a few, I think there's 4 or 5 people are streaming on Twitch from various countries. So
yeah, there are.
Follow the game Twitch, you'll be able to find some bridge with commentary there if we're not doing it here.
Absolutely. There's definitely some Twitch going. They put them up sometimes, but
yeah, I know Brady Bot Zero, for example. I know he's covering everything for the rest of the event.
I think some of them are doing it in their own languages though, which might be a little challenging.
Brady Bot's American though, so you can kind of understand what they're saying. You just got to get over the funny accent.
Oh, I find it's American movies where I can't underhear them.
Oh, subtitles are helpful.
Peter, you'll start playing tomorrow, are you?
No, I'm not playing, Ron.
Oh, I thought you went over there to play.
Well, no, I always went to do this, and then I hoped one of the captains wanted to play, but we didn't find another suitable pair. It's actually very expensive playing. Not that that makes much difference after all this cost, but it is expensive to play in it. But we didn't have a suitable pair to play with. And I had booked to go out on Wednesday anyhow. So, yeah, I wouldn't have minded playing for a couple of days. And I don't know if Margaret Foster's still on. In answer to your Saturday next week, we will be broadcasting late on the Saturday night. I can't imagine Ron staying up to do the very last round, which is midnight to 3 o'clock. But that could be a long night. So, Margaret, if you wanted me to drop out for that event on the Sunday, I would fully understand. I think an event on the North Shore. But I had looked forward to playing with you, so up to you.
No one would deny you that, Peter.
So in the mixed teams, Australia is definitely in striking distance. They're within 7 VPs of 8th. So a lot to play for.
Are you talking about the mixed, David?
In the mixed, yeah, in the
Yeah.
mixed.
Look, this Open's pretty interesting, you know, because on between 264 and about 256 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5 or 6 teams. So what the poker players call the bubble. There's a number of teams that could make it or lose it on the last match coming up after an hour's break. That might be exciting enough to keep Ron up. I'm not too sure.
New Zealand are in trouble. They're going down to Canada at the moment. They're down 36 to 15 with 4 boards to go and have dropped out of the top 8. They're now 3 and a bit VPs behind USA 1. So USA 1 for the first time since after match 1 have entered the top 8. They've been outside the top 8 since match 2 onwards. So they're coming good at the right time.
The USA haven't found it easy necessarily. The USA 1 is the younger team, and the USA team is the one with Zia and Maxtroff.
Yeah, USA 2 has got Marty Fleischer and Chip Martell, Zia and Maxtroff, and Joe Grew and Brad Moss. So that's an extremely strong team.
And I'm meeting the captain after the next round of the USA 1 team, which is in 8th at the moment, to do an interview with him this afternoon, Robert Barrington. So they might all be in a bit of a nervous situation at the moment.
Well, they'll be coming off a good win against China, and they've entered the top 8 now, and I think they'll feel pretty confident that they can now, you know, provided they don't lose their last match, qualify, and you know no one's going to pick them, so they'll probably get a you know, a team like India, or well, they'll probably get picked already. They'll probably play someone like maybe
it's funny, you know,
might be USA 2. USA 2 might be versus USA 1 in the quarterfinals.
Left-hand screen looks like they're going to go to 6 diamonds.
So how often would Italy be kept to 4 imps in a match?
Every time they play Norway.
Yeah, every single time.
Be interesting to do a statistical analysis for anybody on all the scores on the teams and what the average was, but what the variance was around the average, right? What standard deviation there was. I think you would find higher standard deviations on the lower teams than you would find on the higher teams, but I could be wrong.
Well, we'll look forward to your paper on that, Peter.
Yeah.
What does that actually mean, Peter?
Anybody who likes stats, it's an interesting one.
Yeah, but what conclusion are you drawing from that?
I'm drawing from that the top teams tend to make less mistakes, are not as aggressive as some people might think that they are. I don't know. Ron, you're the expert, not me. I'm just throwing up the questions.
Well, I would have thought a priori that the top teams make fewer mistakes.
Fewer mistakes doesn't mean fewer imps, though.
But
you get a lot of imps get turned over on.
What was the standard deviation
style and methods
difference between the top teams and the bottom teams, Peter?
I don't know. That's what I'd love to see the stats. Now, the other thing we haven't. The other thing we
yes, they're in 6 diamonds.
Yep.
That's worth looking at. Sorry. Go ahead.
All right. No, we'll follow that on the left. The other interesting thing is we haven't seen the datums all week. I'm not too sure what time they published them today, but I think they only published the top third or half of the fields, of each of the fields. So we've also had some little debates amongst us as we think that shouldn't be the way. The WBF does that to protect the egos of people where a lot of us feel, well, football, cricket, and every other sport, we show the bottom ones as well as the top. Perhaps we should in bridge as well. We
If
certainly
you know
should.
the right people, the datums are available, Peter.
Say that again, David.
If you know the right people, the datums are available. They're,
Yeah, I don't
they're
like.
actually
I mean,
quite, they're actually quite widely circulated amongst like all the NPCs get them, for example.
Yeah, no, the captains have got, and I have seen a couple of them, and I can't tell
Yeah,
you what they
as have
are.
I.
The open one is always interesting for Australia. You know,
Mhm.
I'll just say that bit.
Yeah, I think it should. I mean, look, if someone's got the time or inclination, they could calculate them all themselves because all the
Yep.
results are published. So why not just publish them like they do in Australian events? It's interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for the
So, but-
players, it's sometimes more interesting than what the overall results are.
Sometimes.
And we all look at the bottom to see if our friends are on the bottom or not.
If you can't win the event, at least you can beat your teammates.
That is the essential thing, David, isn't it? So look, it's been a nice week here. The weather is just the same every day. It never moves an ounce except for a bit of a storm in the afternoon where the desert sands come in from Lawrence of Arabia. But it is 40 degrees every day, perfect weather. A great venue. I think people have been very happy with the venue. It has a lot of playing space between the tables. It's in a massive building. Bit more air conditioning now, I think, than what we had at the start in it. The hotel that's attached to it is a bit of a centre point. So I think they would think they've had a very successful.
Where's 6 diamonds on the left?
Yep.
Do you?
Well, he makes it if he plays ace of spades, king of spades, ruff of spade, back to hand, ruff of spade, back to hand, ace of diamonds, jack of
Yeah.
diamonds.
So you're happy to give up a diamond trick?
Yeah, he'll give up
Yeah,
a diamond trick.
because the diamonds are 3-2 and your pips are good enough. So that's a good line, isn't it?
So, Peter, how much did it cost Tunisian Moroccan Bridge Federation to put this event on?
I have no idea.
I think the going rate is 300,000 euro, I think.
Everything is expensive. The entry fees are expensive, I know, because we had to pay out, the ABF had to pay out a fortune for all our entries, well, for all 4 teams, etc. for Australia. Illness has been a little bit of a concern through some of the players and some of the support teams. I put some pictures up on the ABF, on the Bridge TV site today, including the support team, though we didn't have them all together. There's a couple of teams that are always very hard to get into one shot. And one of those in particular is the mixed team, because most of them are staying somewhere else.
So East carefully cashed the ace of hearts first before roughing a club back to hand. He didn't want to suffer a heart ruff at any point. Now he'll rough another club. And he's home. Well done.
So this means they pick up some on this one, do they, Ron?
Yep, I do.
That makes the 4 imps.
I pick up 11 imps.
Okay.
I was
Really?
thinking the not publishing the datums reminds me of a situation where the USA, long ago, had lost the Bermuda Bowl, and it was the victory dinner, and Charles Gorin was a member of the USA team, and during the victory dinner they caddies came in and said, hand records for the last session, and Charles said, how much to destroy the lot?
Yeah, I think a few teams feel that way. And I have to say, we've had a great top commentary team this week. It really been fantastic. I'm very grateful to you all. Obviously, Ron's been on a lot, Sataj, when he can get away from the kids. Ron Cooper from Western Australia has been a great contributor. with of course Rene playing, so he has a close interest. David Thompson has been a very good contributor. Matt Malumphy, who started off in Sydney describing it and ended up in Paris and comes on and off in Paris. So
Moritz.
we had Moritz. Well, Moritz has been working most of the week. He would say he's the guy that has to do the work around the place. So he has limited time for being on air, but Moritz is always good. Carlos from London has been very nice and joined in, and good commentary team there. On Wednesday night, when Australia played New Zealand, we had a fantastic day there. We had a team of thousands of commentators, including I had sitting on one side of me, David Beecham, and on the other side, I had the New Zealand captain in my room. So, yeah, look, obviously we're all a bit disappointed with the results, but that seems to be about where our position is in the bridge world. You know, I don't think it's much different this time to previous ones. We'd just be nice if we could get one team into the final.
If you look at the left-hand screen, it's got 1 heart, 1 spade. South Q bids hearts to show a good spade raise, and West Q bids spades to show a good heart hand.
Or does it show a good heart hand or just a general force?
I'm looking at his hand, and I think it says I've got ace, queen, jack to 8 hearts.
Good agreement to have, isn't it?
What does 4 hearts say?
It says, all right, I've got some heart support.
It says, well, if you think you've got a 2 spade bid, I've got a 4 heart bid.
2 spade bid all by yourself.
Yeah.
In the face of a Q raise by left-hand opponent.
So North South are at risk now of being talked out of their game.
I don't think so. I think South are going to bid 4 spades.
In the Open Series,
that's their last chance. Otherwise, or it's a 12, another 12's into Italy.
Moritz, would you go 4 spades with the South hand?
Yes, he would, definitely.
Well, you've got extra, so maybe you can double, but you can double and partner will bid 4 spades.
I mean, you're pretty good for your Q raise, aren't you?
You've got an ace to spare.
Yeah, you have an ace to spare. You got to do something. You can't pass, so you have to bid 4 spades or double. Then partner can decide
that if the vulnerability is favourable and your opponents have bid 4 hearts and you have a known spade fit, you should always bid 4 spades, because even if it's wrong, it's still right.
I like that, David.
I've just clicked onto the USA because they've finished the other match. USA 1 versus.
The worst case scenario is you're losing 4 imps or something like that, and the upside is dramatic. If
the upside's pretty big, yeah.
Yeah, you can win several ways. 4 spades could be a good save, or 4 spades could be making the and if you're in the situation where both 4 spades and 4 hearts are going off, which is probably rare, then bad luck, you've lost 4 imps.
Now you'll see on the right that I've got the China-USA match, USA 1 match up now. So at the other table on theirs, they did bid 4 spades.
And they didn't find the sacrifice in 5 hearts.
What do you think of North's pass over 2 spades? Partner's shown a strong spade raise, and you've just gone quietly with your void heart and 5 clubs.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it. I would have been.
I'm a 3 club bidder.
Yeah, just bid 4 spades.
Moritz, what would you bid?
I don't know. Yeah, you've got the minimal point card, but yeah, you got your hard void in your 5-5. I also have a lot of sympathy for the Michaels overcall rather than 1 spade.
Yeah.
Yep.
What might happen there here in the mixed, the women's, is that South will bid 4 spades, and then Sandra Rumstead has to basically bid 5 hearts all by herself. Well, look at what happened to the Norwegians. That's not a 12 imps to Italy. Terje Ahl got wet feet and decided not to bid over 4 hearts. That's a very expensive decision, and David Thompson has just explained to us why that cannot be winning bridge. Mind you, we're sitting here and they're sitting there.
Yeah.
And of course, what the thing, well, this match, what it does determine is who has the choice of who to play, right? And then well, if it stayed the same in the next round for the finals, because these guys aren't going to get knocked out of the top being in the qualifying.
Well, Italy might. Italy is not secure yet. They've got to play Australia.
Yeah, well, I'm
Italy's is going to be very happy. They got 24 imps on board, 15 and 16. That's making their position a lot better.
Yeah,
sure.
definitely.
I think the decisions are interesting on the left-hand screen. North passes 2 spades because he's got a void heart and thinks partner might want to defend, given partner could have 4 or 5, could have 4 hearts, could have 5 hearts. But when South is looking at nothing in hearts, I think South should have gone the 4 spades.
And I'm with Moritz here. I think the North End needs to show Michael's shape, in which case it's quite
Much
easy.
easier. That would make it South's job much easier, that's true.
Nice message from Z. Thank you very much.
And so 5 hearts on the right-hand screen will probably end proceedings.
Elaine, is this a football reference you're making there?
Okay. Thank you, Peter. I'm off. Safe travels.
Thank you, Ron. Okay, so I will probably see you at the end of next week.
Okay, not Friday night.
Friday night's a bad night for you, but okay.
Yep.
Saturday night. Okay.
Saturday night's possible. Okay.
All right, Ron. Thank you. I'm sure
Cheers.
everybody appreciates the great contribution you make to all these broadcasts.
Yeah, thanks,
Well, I have to tell you, my wife doesn't.
Not going down that rabbit hole.
Okay, see ya.
Thanks, mate.
Good day. I'm going to bail as well, Peter. Thanks, everyone.
So,
See you, Peter.
David, are you coming back to the next round? I know that obviously Ron Cooper will be, but are you coming back too, David?
I may have another commitment, so I'll double check on that one.
In the middle of the night?
Yeah.
Okay.
Peter, I didn't think you were coming back for the next round.
No, we're coming back for the next round, and I was talking about next week.
Oh, right, I see. Okay.
I'm sorry if I confused anybody. I didn't mean to confuse you. But no, we're certainly going to carry we've got New Zealand playing the next round. That's going to be exciting.
Oh, yeah, I still think the Australian mixed, they're only, I think, 6 or 7 VPs behind the 7th, and there's now 2 teams that can be put into that scheme. So another big win by them would see them with a reasonable chance, I think.
Remind me, Brian, who does Australia play in the mixed in the last round?
Sorry, who do they play?
Australia plays Poland, don't they?
Yeah, they played Poland.
Yeah.
But
who
Poland,
aren't going, like Australia's 30 VPs ahead of them. So
Poland's below them though, so that's
yeah. But I can see some recognisable names on the Poland mixed team, so it's certainly not a gimme. But look, it's all about Chinese Taipei and Belgium dropping some losing.
Yes, we'll be back for the next round. Please don't get frightened away, anybody. I didn't mean to do that.
All right. I'll see you then, Peter.
I will see you in an hour's time, everybody.
Okay, bye.
Bye.